Thanks to your help, we finally figured it out. Let's go make this QuickBale 27 miles an hour and 20 meters wide. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today we are going to show you exactly how you're going to be able to take this QuickBale right here by Thor and be able to make it 20 meters wide. Now, it's not something that you could do base here from this mod. You need two other mods to be able to make it go fast at that width. First mod you're going to need is the QuickBale by Thor. Now, there's two different options here whenever you get into your store. You've got the QuickBale or the QuickBale. I'm going to recommend the QuickBale here because it's the one that's 27 miles an hour. The other one is only 15. So why not go with the one that's like almost twice as fast? Whenever you get in here, there's nothing really that you need to do. You got work area visual assist. You don't need to worry about that either because we're going to be working outside of its own working width. Now, if you want to be able to collect the bales while you're making them, then I recommend rear hitches. And if you're working with grass and you want to increase that volume by another 5%, go ahead and make sure you get your silage additive tank right here. I've already got this beautiful Case IH version right here, and now we need to go ahead and grab our second piece of equipment. And that is going to be the lizard-trailed Windrower. This is by Hispano modding, and its base price of $45,600. You can see that it's got a width of anywhere from 10.3 meters all the way up to 20 meters. Now, it does say that it's only 11 miles an hour. We're going to fix that. Once you get in here, the one thing that you need to make sure you do is go ahead and come over to the RTT 200. That's going to make this thing incredibly wide. Like I said, 20 meters wide. The rest of it doesn't really matter. Now that we got the fastest baler and the widest windrower, let's go ahead and pick up the fastest tractor. Now, I know this is John Deere, but it's a really good one. It's by Chris S. and Riley S., and it's the John Deere 9R 4213 pack with a base price of $300,000. Whenever you get in here, the really important thing that you need to do is go ahead and come over to the left where you get 5,000 horsepower and 200 miles an hour. Now, you're not going to have any problems about not having enough horsepower or having enough speed. This thing is going to absolutely do the job for you. I don't think you're going to need absolutely that much, but we're going to go ahead and get it for this video. All right, so you might think that these three items together are going to make the fastest combo here, but they're not. Unfortunately, you're going to need one more thing that's going to go right here, and that is the Drawbar by Anton ATL. And the way you find that is you come down here to miscellaneous, go all the way across, and you're going to see it right here. It's the ADCO Drawbar, $140 base price. You don't need to do anything to it at all. And yep, it looks just like this. All right, now there is one little thing you need to do whenever you attach this. So you're going to go and back up, attach it, and then you want to hold your L1 and go ahead and unfold the weight. It's going to be pressing X, and it's going to do that little shift thing right over there into the middle. As you can see right here, I've got the ball right there in the middle. If I hold my L1 and hit X again, it's going to shift over. I don't want that. I want it right here in the middle. Whenever I have that in the middle, whenever I go to attach, it's going to attach it really nicely right there in the middle of the drawbar, and it's not going to be off to one side or the other. Now, it's pretty simple. All I got to do is go ahead and unfold all of the equipment here. So we're going to go ahead and just get started, lower everything down, get it all unfolded, and then we're going to go ahead and lower it down to the ground as well. Come back here, and as soon as this thing is done unfolding, we're going to lower that down to the ground, and then we should be ready to go. Now, you might notice I've got the timer down in the bottom of the screen, and that's because I'm going to go ahead and bale up this entire field. The goal is to beat 6 minutes and 32 seconds, which I set with just the QuickBale by itself in the very first video that I took a look at the combination here of how to figure out the fastest baler. All right, I've got everything turned on now. Let's go ahead and get this party started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so once again, I am going to have a little bit of a slowdown, but then it's going to start going really fast. You can see 28 miles an hour. It's got a little bit of extra with it tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and do this entire thing. Now, the one thing that I had a problem with last time was getting a little bit of a skipping thing that was happening whenever I was running out of time, right, in between each of the bales. Now, what's going on here is that we do not have an issue with that at all. And what I mean is, like, in between the bales, whenever they were being made from one chamber to the next, it was skipping some of the grass here and not allowing it to actually be collected into the baler, but we're not having a problem with that at all. As you can see down in the bottom, this thing is filling up absolutely perfect. We're not having any issues with the transfer from the first segment to the second segment here of the QuickBale. I'm not missing any material at all, and we are just rocking. Now, you can see right here that I am just kind of riding right in between where the mower was making two different passes. So the mower itself is 10 meters wide, and this thing is 20. So I'm not having any issue at all. I don't think I'm going to have any little bit of anything left anywhere on this field. And we are only at about a minute and 20 seconds. So I got a feeling that we are definitely going to crush that 6 minutes and 32 seconds that was set. I'm just going to keep talking here so you guys can see the whole thing. And apparently, I did have just a little bit of material lost right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that, but that is very, very little and very weird. I do have a little bit of an issue, maybe where I've got. I'm gonna have to adjust my lines, maybe just a little bit, but I think I'm still gonna be okay. I had a little bit of an overlap on the very last pass of the mower. I was actually using two different mowers, but the really cool thing about this is that I could just kind of keep an eye on what's going on over here on the side. Yeah, I'm probably overlapping a little bit too much. I could maybe get like an extra half a pass out of this, but I think for this size field, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to come over there and pick up just a little bit anyway. So I'm just gonna overlap. I'm gonna overlap. It's gonna be fine. Oh, we got a little bit squirrely right there. Got a little bit squirrely, but I was still able to save it. All right, so we're now up to 2 minutes and 24 seconds here. Yeah, we are definitely going to go ahead and crush that 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, the one thing with this is you are able to hire a worker, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. And the reason I wouldn't necessarily recommend it is because they don't go past the edge of the field. What they do is they are actually going to go ahead and they're going to try and back up. They're going to try and back up, and it's going to make it like a big. It's kind of like pushing a rope. Instead of pulling a rope, it's like pushing a rope is what it's doing. Um, and I don't understand why it does it. Maybe it's because it's a windrow and it doesn't like to take the windrowing piece of equipment beyond the edge of the field, but yeah, for some reason it does it, and I don't recommend it. I recommend just keep doing what you're doing by yourself here. And now we are going to go ahead and go back 3 minutes, 22 seconds. We were almost 3 seconds or 3 minutes faster, 2 minutes and 40 seconds faster here on this one field. I'm still just going to go ahead and finish picking up these last little pieces here. I mean, not that it matters. It's not actually going to do anything for me. But as you guys can see, this was definitely much, much faster. And the one really good thing about using a drawbar here instead of a self-made weight, I know early on in Farming Simulator 22, I recommended using the self-made weight, but now I've switched over to the drawbar. And the reason for that is because the drawbar, it doesn't matter if it's in the up or the down position. So we are completely done 3 minutes and 58 seconds, even with having to wait on everything and going back and getting everything. I mean, we still crushed that time. So you could see here that I am now toggled over to my drawbar. And if I lower this thing down, you could see that it is still going to work perfectly fine. I actually had this in the raised up position and it was working absolutely fine too. But if I have it in the low position, everything is still turned on. Let's go ahead and see how fast we can go. And it's still going to be 28 miles an hour. Now, this baler here does not have a very low setting for the amount of material that it could take in. Mark Thor did a great job on this, making sure that the capacity that it could pull in to the baler was set very, very high. And we are able to bypass the speed limit that is kind of established here on this windrower by having the drawbar. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53 signing off.